Now, going over to the business blunder of the day, you have Toyota recalling about 127,000 vehicles because the engines might, self-destruct. That's brought to us thanks to Caleb Jacobs, who's writer at thedrive.com. He says, quote, Toyota recalls another 127,000 Tundras and Lexus SUVs over self-destructing turbo V6s. Which, there's a Toyota Tundra right there. Now, they say, quote, just like with the last recall that has Toyota replacing more than 100,000 V6s, machining debris could potentially be found inside the engines. Jeez. Now, this isn't like a spinning hard drive or like a clean room in an IT environment. I don't expect these, manufacturing plants to be flawless, but again, with the same recall, more debris falling to the engine, really? Now, they say, quote, Toyota's twin-turbo 3.5-liter V6 continued to cause massive problems for the manufacturer and truck owners alike. The automaker recalled more than 100,000 Toyota and Lexus LX gas-only vehicles with that engine last July, agreeing to replace every single one due to leftover machining debris inside the power plants. Roughly now 16 months later, it's recalling an additional 127,000 units built between December 2022 and February 2024 for the same reason. Engine recall 25TA14 includes 2022 to 2024 Toyota Tundras and Lexus LXs, as well as the 2024 Lexus GS XUVs. They say the machine debris could potentially cause the engine knocking and rough running, plus no start conditions and sudden loss of power. A story that the late model Tundra owners are all too familiar with at this point, as the troubles have been reported on and most extensively ever since last year, which, I don't want to say I told you so, but yet another reason they should have kept the iconic V8 in the Tundras. The V6 is fine for the Tacoma, for the stick shift, obviously, awesome. But yeah, for a full-size truck, still disappointing that they moved away to the V6, or to the V6. They say Toyota is currently developing a new remedy for the issue. Replace with the good old Toyota V8, maybe? I'm only partially kidding, but wouldn't be surprised if the solution is more long block replacements. There was a time before that became the official recall remedy during which dealer techs were asked to, wow, this is labor intensive and a pain in the rear. Dealer techs were asked to disassemble the entire engine and replace the affected components, which, yeah, that's a fun job. And again, dealerships hate that because it's called a warranty rate, or the pay rate is a fraction of what they normally make on regular work on the vehicles. And again, they free the consumer, but the manufacturer Toyota is paying the dealerships for all this. Jeez Louise. They say that short block rebuilds continue to be a path forward for the Toyota hybrid owners who have suffered engine failures. Indeed, Toyota isn't including the hybrid models that feature the same exact V6s in these widespread campaigns, supposedly because they have the electrical drive system to help them off the road in case of failure. These are voluntary recalls, and up to the point that NHTSA has not required Toyota to add the electrified trucks. Affected owners received notices from Toyota early January 2026, or just tune into the show where we usually have the recalls covered weeks or months before. And they say, that being said, several already reported being able to review the recall on their Toyota app, which, again, there's a lot of recalls in the automobile community. Again, vehicles have between 10 and 30,000 components. Understandably, there's going to be some issues. Maybe some, well, especially Ford, maybe some trim pieces fall off or they just cheap out and don't get the nice 3M adhesive tape. But again, of all the things that could go wrong with the vehicle, the powertrain is the most expensive, complex, and important part. The engine, the transmission. And Toyota, I love them. They make stick shift vehicles. It's a rare thing these days. I especially appreciate that. But they're not known for like exciting, unique luxury vehicles. They're not known for doing crazy things too often, being really an exciting brand. They're known for one thing and one thing above all else: reliability. Again, consistently, the vehicles are known for hitting 300,000 plus miles in the odometer. They're, historically speaking, one of the most reliable companies on the planet. That's why they became the largest automotive manufacturer on the planet. Because people trust the brand, they trust the Toyota family, and historically, their vehicles have been darn near bulletproof. But again, to have yet another recall, and I'm so flabbergasted, it's the same damn thing with debris in the engine. I'm not expecting these factories to be clean rooms, but with the whole idea of Kaizen and the whole culture of constant improvement with the factories and the company historically speaking, this should never happen, especially again. That is so asinine. Again, to have a company that's known for reliability to have the same issue yet again. And again, these were manufactured a couple years ago. But Toyota really does need to be on their toes because they're one thing above all else, reliability, getting more and more of these recalls. And again, this is the most profitable thing they make. They are making a lot of hybrids and some EVs. That's not where the majority of profits come from. They come from the traditional gas engine vehicles. Every company, well, except Tesla, they only make EVs, so they actually, to their credit, make a profit on EVs. well, thanks to government subsidies, but nevertheless, average automobile companies make all their money from the gas engine vehicles. And if all the things they're known for, this would be it. So I would argue you should have twice the quality assurance to those most important, most profitable vehicles in your whole lineup. And to have the same exact recall again, I gotta say, Toyota, you are certainly the business blunder of the day. Thank you, everyone, for taking the time to tune in today. Again, try to get 6,000 subscribers by the end of the month, so you click that button. I really appreciate it. Also, give me a thumbs up, thumbs down, or comment. It's a great way to give me some additional feedback, letting me know how to make the show better and better. Lastly, don't forget to take time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, anyone, everyone. Just stay safe, fight the good fight.